What's up, guys? It's Brian from Hashware Hub. It is about 5:10 p.m. March 22nd, 2018, and we got a trading video coming to you. But first, if you're new to us, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell if you're watching us on YouTube, and if it's Steemit or DTube, please subscribe and hit the upvote and re-steam if you feel that you got some good information out of here. So let's get right into it. It's been a while since we made a video. I think it was yesterday morning. It's just we got hit by this enormous nor'easter, and we got anywhere between 12 and 19 inches of snow here. Believe it or not. So it's been a little hectic, to say the least. A lot of juggling and stuff like that to get life back up on track. But I'm back, and yeah. So here we are. I've been trading. I've been looking at the markets clearly. Obviously, I mean it's an addiction of mine. It's probably much more addictive than nicotine or anything else like that. But so yeah, I don't remember exactly where we made a video last, but I think it was somewhere around here. Somewhere around here, we were talking about this ascending wedge, and you know, I do like to make videos every day, at least one a day, if not two. I used to make more in the past when I had a little bit more time, and hopefully I should have more time in the upcoming future. But I kind of make these videos to kind of like teach a man to fish, right? I'm trying to teach you guys the way in which I look at the markets, and maybe you'll take it into your own trading methodology and stuff like that, and then you guys can go off fishing on your own. This is not a channel whereby I provide you signals. I couldn't. I mean, legally, I couldn't. The financial responsibility on my side and the liability on my side would be enormous, and I would have to charge you guys for that. And so that's kind of one of the major reasons. The second major reason is I don't know what everybody's risk tolerance is. If you guys want me to go ahead and make trade signals, well, I'll have to ask you guys to do a lot. And one of those things is I would have to ask you to fill out a risk questionnaire. That would be about 3 pages. I would ask for your social security number and all sorts of other things like that. Okay, so I don't do that for all those reasons, and I very well could. I could very easily do that. Okay, and I could charge thousands and thousands of dollars. And I mean, it's what I used to do. I mean, I was a buy side trader and portfolio manager. I mean, that used to be my bread and butter. But now I'm out of that, and I am an entrepreneur, and I handle all sorts of different businesses that I own and stuff like that. So this is something I like to give back to the community because I feel there's a lot of a-holes that are out there, and I like to give some information. So let's kind of delve into this a little bit, okay? And there's another comment I want to make. But I'll do that a little bit later on. So we were talking about this channel, this ascending channel, for some time, and this possible wedge, and we say that both things could happen at the same time, and that's exactly what happened here. Okay, as the market was bouncing along, and this is on 1 hour chart on Bitstamp, as the market was bouncing along on top of here, it eventually broke through. Where did it break through? It broke through exactly on this line, guys. I mean, this is craziness stuff. I mean, this is like beautiful stuff. Next, what did I look at next? Okay. And I took this channel right here. And this is the way I trade, okay? And I kind of roll things back in order for my charts to back to kind of where I remember where things were before, okay? I actually have 2 sets of charts. I have a trading chart, and I have the charts that I show you guys here, okay? Because my trading charts are constantly changing, okay? And I try to keep these charts here, somewhat a little bit updated based on what I have, but I also want to go ahead and kind of leave a lot of it the same based on where we left off last. So this chart is this channel was basically where we left off last, and so what I did on my trading charts was I pulled this out. Okay, I pulled this out exactly like this. All right, and what I started seeing is obviously things started failing here, right? And we broke past this ascending wedge. I said, aha, we broke past the ascending wedge. All right, and obviously the ascending wedge is a bearish signal. Or a bearish pattern. Okay, let me see what's going to happen next. Okay, we also had this we had this bearish divergence that I mentioned on my last video on the RSI. We also had the bearish divergence on the Laguerre, not a Laguerre, on balance volume. Okay, and let me pull up on balance volume real quick. Okay, we had the bearish divergence on balance volume too. Okay. And so what I want to mention next is so what I was looking for is exactly this, for the market to pull past through here. Okay, in other words, fall down from here. Okay, so this is just two. When you look at trading, there's two different things. Okay, and maybe I'll bring up a comment that I got, and I try to go through the comments on our videos, but it's difficult for me to find the time to do it. But someone left a comment on there, kind of LMFAO, snake oil salesman of the future. So first of all, I'm not selling anything. I am not selling nothing. I don't even ask for donations. And you know something? I think I'm going to start asking for that. I'll ask for donations for my kids' diapers and milk and formula. Okay. I don't sell anything. First of all. Second of all, if you think there's a snake oil salesmanship, I just ask you for one thing. Please keep on trading, because I want to take your money. Okay, and I want everyone who's following along on this and who's actually learning from these videos and all the other videos, a few other good guys that are out there as well, who are learning great trading technology and great trading techniques to take your money too. Okay, because there's two ways to think about this. Okay, and guys, I want you to understand this. Okay, Elliott wave theory, okay, is not going to tell you, hey John, hey Bill, it's time for you to buy now. Hey Sarah, hey Sammy, it's time for you to sell right now. It's not gonna tell you that. And if you're looking for that, Elliott wave theory is not gonna go ahead and do that. Okay? What's going to do that are the chart patterns and looking at your swing highs, your swing lows, okay, and reading, level 2 pricing, reading candlestick analysis, and just studying charts, okay? And just clearing your mind out. That's why I say you guys got to put away the fundamental analysis. It's all bullshit. It's all crap. You need to clear your mind out, okay? And understand what you need to put in your mind in order to fill it with the knowledge of being able to go ahead and look at the markets. One of the great things as well, and I don't even talk about it all that much, is volumetric analysis. That is huge in understanding the direction of the market, okay? And you need to understand, and I've mentioned this many, many, many times before, you need to understand, okay, when is the market approaching a point in time and a price in which it's going to either move up drastically or move down drastically, okay? And that is the art of trading. The art of trading is not knowing whether it's going to move up or move down. And until you release that belief that is the art of trading, you will forever be donating your money to the market. 100% of the time. That is the way it's going to be. Okay? And it's not just the way my mind works, or my trading technology or trading technique, or the way in which I trade. That is the belief of every single successful trader that is out there. Every single one. You ask them. They don't know if they're going to be truthful to you, they don't know if the market's going up or the market's going down. But they know at a certain period of time whether the market's going to go up a lot or whether it's going to go down a lot. They don't know if it's going to go up or down, but they know it's going to move. Okay? And that's exactly what happened right here. And you have to start reading these things. Okay? You have to start understanding how to create a picture. And I've said this from my first video that I ever made. You have to look at all these indicators and all this information, okay, and start telling a story to yourself. What is the market trying to tell me? Okay, and literally, basically, trying to create almost like a child's bedtime story, okay, in your mind by putting all these pieces together. Okay, and this is probably the last time I'm ever gonna rant about this stuff at all. Because after this, those comments and stuff like that, I'm not going to give a rat's ass. This is literally my last time I'm going to say stuff like this. Okay, so for those that are willing to open your mind and really understand what trading is all about, kudos to you, because you guys are going to make it great. Okay, you are literally going to be able to pull money out of the market whenever you want. It's as simple as that. Okay? So, onto my next thing. So yeah, the market came down underneath here. So where do you go ahead and you start setting up your trades? Okay, same way in which I spoke about actually the past few videos. I spoke a lot about how to go about setting up trades. Okay, the way in which I set up trades. And so this is like gift money. Okay, this is how you put money, how you put your kids through college type money. I mean, this is textbook type stuff, okay? It started bouncing along this 4-hour support, which I gave you guys, okay, 4-hour support for a long time. And you also had this channel right here, right? You saw it, the market was going sideways right here. You had divergence on the RSI, right? I mean, this is textbook type stuff. This is the type of stuff that I've been telling you guys since freaking day one, okay? I'm hoping you guys made a ton of money off this trade, okay? Divergence here. The market's going down here, okay? Yeah, this is kind of going sideways to down. This is also going, this is going down here, right? Not a true huge divergence, but at the same time, it is telling of the direction in which the market's going to go. Volume is falling off a cliff. Look at this. We went down to almost like nothing on volume. Almost nothing on volume right here on this doji candle up above on a 1-hour basis. Okay, and this is the 1-hour basis. There's also other candles, all sorts of other time frames out there that tell you all basically the same type of thing. Okay, and then right here, you could go ahead if you want to be aggressive. Sure, no problem. You go ahead. You take your trade entry price. You basically put it right here, right underneath this channel. You put your stop loss right up over here. Okay, about 9,074. You put your trade entry price about, let's say, 8,900. Okay. And boom, you just grab it right here. Okay, you can even go ahead and you can do, if you want to be super, super cautious, you see the 55 EMA right here. You go ahead and say, you know something, I'm going to pick up just a little bit, right? And I'm going to wait. I think the price is going to come down, at least wick down below this 55 EMA, because I know it's going to want to test that 55 EMA. And I'm going to go ahead and pick some up at about 87.75, right? And that's a great trade, right? That's if you want to be super, super conservative, right? But at the very least, if you want to even be, a little bit more aggressive, very least you can go ahead and you can say, oh, I want to take the tops right here. Take the tops, if I consider this as a resistance level right here, and that's about $8,600 right here. Okay, so I mean, this is like straight up money. This is like printing money. These types of trades. Okay, and I hope you guys took some of these types of trades, the ones that are able to short, which I know in the U.S. is a difficult thing to do, but there are ways around it. But I can't really mention that. So next, what do we want to talk about next? What is there to talk about next? Sorry about my rant, but that's basically the way I feel. Yeah. So I mean, 8,600 right here is a great level of support. Obviously, the market is going ahead, and because it's basically the top right here, which is about 8,600. That's where the market is abiding by right here. Okay. As far as Elliott wave theory is concerned, this is a really ugly count. It's a very, very ugly count. I don't like it. So I'm really kind of thinking this is something else. You can count this as a 1, 2, basically this is a large 1, 2, 3. We'd have a 4 and a 5. I don't really think that this is what's going on, because inside here, this wave 3, this large wave 3 right here, I just don't like it. It just doesn't look good at all. Because the subwaves just don't look right. First of all. Second of all, if I go ahead and I take a look at wave 4, which is right here, right? With this large 1, 2, 3, 4. If this is wave 4 right here, let's call the bottom of wave 4, it's approximately 8,503. Yeah, 8,503 is the bottom of wave 4. Well, that basically is in the bodies of these candles right here, right? The top of wave 1 is like right around here. So they're pretty much almost sitting right on top of each other. You know, I don't know. It just doesn't sit right with me, especially if we look at it on a 30-minute basis. It looks even worse. On a 2-hour basis, it looks better because then you just basically have, you basically have the wicks that are coming right here. You can also go ahead and count this where this one is really up over here, not down over here, and then that invalidates this even more. So I'm not super confident about this way this thing is counted right now, but it just may be one of these things that's just super ugly, and that very well, happens from time to time, especially when you got these weird things going on. So the next thing I'm really looking at right now, what's really keeping me up at night, is the is really a few different things. Okay, if we break down below here, then this whole count just falls apart. Okay, and that this really is, yes, it could be a motive wave up, but it's not a motive wave up. Motive wave up we'd like to see a motive wave up. It's a motive wave up in the sense of this being a WXYXZ, and if that's the case, then we will have another another 1 2 3 4 5 coming down. 1 2 3 4 5 coming down. If we have another 1 2 3 4 5 coming down, it most likely will get down to the bottom of this red right here, and that's what I really don't like. Okay, in the bottom of this red right here, call it about 6900, 6950, somewhere around along those lines. Now it would have to go through some support ranges. Obviously the bottom right here is one, call it about 7300. There's another one right here which is about 7761. So there are some points of support. There's also the fact that we have the top of the green line right here. Okay, however, one thing I do want to mention is the fact of the weekly chart. And I don't really mention much about weekly charts, but I do look at them. Okay, and it is hard to see. Hey, where did it go? Oh, here we go. Sorry. The 55 EMA is sitting nearly on top of this trend line. Okay, this trend line that we drew a long time ago. If we fall below the 55 EMA on a weekly basis, well, there's gonna be blood in the streets as far as Bitcoin is concerned. Okay, and you can call me, Heshware Fudd. You can call me whatever freaking name you want in the books. I don't care. It doesn't make a difference to me. I'm going to tell you guys the way I see it, and it's not going to be nice. It's going to be ugly. I do believe this will be protected vehemently by the market. Also, the fact that we do have another bottom right here, which was protected. The previous swing low that's right here. Okay, and I don't think it's highly likely right now, but the more we fall off, obviously the more likely it becomes. Yeah. So what am I looking for? I'm looking for this thing to bounce. I'm looking to wake up tomorrow morning and that we see that basically we're here sitting at this, the top of this 5 right here. So in the event that this is a 1 2 3 4 5, this is where I'm thinking the 5 will end up. Okay, somewhere around here. This is very ugly. Okay, this is super ugly. So I'm not super stoked about the probability of this happening, but I don't feel that this 5 is really going to make it much higher than the top of the 3 right here. Especially when I start doing Fibonacci extensions and stuff like that. It just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense at all. And the way in which I did these counts right here, you can see them. You can go about do it yourself as well. There's also a small 1 2 3 4 5 in here. But possibly could be the 1 2 3 4 5 could be right here. Where the 5 would end up right here, but then this all here negates it as well. So I'm not really liking this at all. But again, these things do happen. There's other ways to start counting all this. I'm not going to bore you guys with all that, where you would have to basically start recounting things, kind of going all the way back over here, and then start counting the way that it is over here. However, when you do that, it only says more bearish things about the market. So again, I don't want to spread FUD. It's for all the people that have a very thin skin out there, and I don't want to hurt their feelings and all that other stuff. Yeah. So I'm not gonna, I'm gonna keep you guys feel all warm and fuzzy inside. So I don't want to upset you. So I'm not going to really mention too much here. Also, the fact that I don't need to make this video enormously large. In the event that we do start seeing that, then obviously it'll be more of my primary account, and we'll talk about that. So my primary account basically is in between this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and also this larger WXYXZ. This larger WXYXZ, as far as where we would get down to, is somewhere around this red line. Okay. Somewhere around this red line, it would be another 5 waves down, and this really would not be an ABC. This would all turn into a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coming down, which I believe would eclipse the bottoms that we had right here. All right. So also the fact that we do have this descending wedge, or descending channel, whatever you want to talk about it, for some time. If we dip below here again, the market could propagate or capitulate or in an aggressive manner, an accelerated manner, and come down even more. However, one of the things I am looking for is some bullishness. I'm looking for some bullishness. I'm looking for somebody to come in with a huge freaking green candle, okay, coming in with a ton of volume, with the market to come below it, to come behind it, and things to look super bullish, okay, where the RSI starts looking bullish, unbalanced volume starts turning up, okay, and start looking like we have a motive wave up. If that's the case, I'm gonna get on the bandwagon as far as a bearish count is concerned, and as far as even though I'm showing a bearish count right here, but I'm going to get on the bandwagon as far as looking for bullish bandwagon as far as bullish counts are concerned. Okay, and as a good trader, that's what you need to do. If you think I'm being wishy-washy, we'll continue to lose your money by sticking to whatever trades or whatever your beliefs are. But this is what a good trader does. Okay, you're able to turn on a dime and be able to see both sides. If you cannot see both sides, well, I don't really know what to say. Good luck. So, let me see here. I did make a few notes here. 2-hour candles. I just want to show real quick. Yeah, 2-hour candles. We're rejecting this bottom right here. Okay, look at this. On and on and on again. We're rejecting it. Okay, you can also look at it now where we have this doji candle. It's close to the high side, but the open and close is basically right on the bottom of the previous candle. Okay, and if this closes lower, we could see this continue to move off down, especially the fact that we have a descending volume count. Okay, we also have this RSI descending as well. Okay, we also have unbalanced volume coming down. Okay, you can look at this as far as a trend coming down right here, where the unbalanced volume is trying to pick up above it, and and if it doesn't, we could fall down even further. What else? Yeah, that is really about it. Yeah, that's really about it. I know that there is a resistance level. Hold up one sec that I need to update you guys on. Okay, so on a 1 hour basis, we have a resistance. A resistance level. 4-hour basis, we don't. But again, I just want to show you guys. This is on a 1 hour basis. Okay, you can see the 4-hour right here got hit. Right, the market came back down. It tried to go, get back above it again. I mean, this is beautiful stuff. If you want to be super aggressive as far as shorting the market's concerned, right? I talked about what you could do here. I talked about what you could do here. Okay, I talked about basically what you could do here if you want to do it, get into a short right here. Okay, in the event that you got, let's say, for example, you started shorting it right here. Okay, you saw the market come back down. You could go ahead and you say, you know something, I want to double down on it, right? And I want to take the 4-hour what's it called, support line that we had right here, and now support becomes resistance. Okay, and then you just, obviously you're not going to put your trade to get in right specifically on this line of 8,793. You want to come down here a little bit because you want to make sure that you at least get caught up in this the next downturn. Okay, and you can double your position and then come down even further. Okay. Another thing as well to look at right now, if you're trading this is a tweezer formation right here. Okay, you want to look at this and you would say, oh, the market's going to stop right here. Okay, the market's going to stop right here. It almost always happens, at least for a short period of time. You at least always get a few candles where the market will stop when you get this tweezer formation. And looked exactly right here. This is a 1-hour base. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now we're on the 6th one, which has 23 minutes left. Okay, so we basically have 5 hours and 37 minutes. Okay, that you basically have a chance to basically get out of this trade, this short trade. Okay, beautiful stuff. So on a 1-hour basis, as far as a 4-hour, basically we don't have anything right now as far as resistance or support as far as my algorithms are concerned. But on a 1-hour basis, we have a resistance level of 8,754. Oh man, it's 5:37. I gotta get moving. It's 8,754. That's on a 1-hour basis. So yes, we do want to go ahead and we want to see the markets, if it's going to kind of move up, we want to see it obviously to move through this 1-hour resistance. If it comes up and touches it and then comes back down again, that doesn't look so great. Anyway, that's really about it. I'm going to leave it there for right now, guys. I will speak to you soon. Happy trading.